Hey, man.
Hey, what's up?
Ooh, Lord. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, because it's kind of low without this speaker. I'm wondering if I put my earphones in, would you be able to hear me a little better? I'm going to
I
try.
don't know. It's always like some staticky stuff going on with your.
Well,
Maybe you need to
yeah,
buy a microphone.
I got one, but it's at home. Remember,
Oh, okay.
I am not at home. I am not. Hold on, I'm going to try these earphones and see if they do any kind of better. See what you think.
Yeah, your speakers pick up every little thing that you doing.
It's, yeah, because it's my surroundings. How is this?
Say something again.
Something again.
Yeah, that's good.
Say something again. Say something again.
That's good.
It's good. All right, I got earphones in. So what I'm going to do, well, a little timer thing. Oh man, I don't see any way I could add. Get out. Go. Get out. I don't see any way I can add the darn video. So
What do you
how do
need?
I do that? The
Are you on a computer?
video. You know
Are
how
you on a,
you to the add to the screen?
Are you on a computer?
No, I'm on my tablet. But
Oh, I don't know.
when
I ain't
you
never been on StreamYard on a tablet.
like when you earlier when you added that dog that picture, it came up as another guest.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not a guess. It's just like a screen. Or yeah, I know it's not though.
No, I know what you're saying, but I'm saying in order to
I don't know if
add
you can
it.
do it on a iPad. I mean a tablet. I don't think you can.
Wow. So I would
You
have
don't
to
have your
go
phone?
on my. Yeah, I do, but my video is on here. The video is on here.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Mm,
Say.
I guess I could do it as an audio though, huh?
Right. Well, yeah, you can do that too.
Huh?
I say, yeah, you can do that too.
I'ma just what play by play. Okay, I'll do it that way. All right, let me start this little timer thing.
Girl, you've been
Well,
live for 10 minutes and then you want to
I
start
just
the.
noticed that, and I was about to.
Oh, what is she doing? We already live.
Welcome, welcome to the midnight version.
So you. Oh Lord Jesus, fix it.
That's all right. They got edit, so when I get ready to upload it, I'll just edit it. So at any rate, everybody, hey. Hey y'all, hey everybody, hey, and welcome to the live stream for the Trash Talk 22 with Can and our very special guest, the Hood Table. Hey, welcome to the live, my sister. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
I said, welcome to the live, my sister. You said, okay.
Oh no, I have
So
you.
anyway, girl. So, anyway, we wanted to do a quick little update, well, as quick as can update on Carbonation and or the now defunct and yet resurrected cult known as Carbonation. And basically, what's going on now, we know that since Bishop, aka Three God, aka Chief, aka Nature Boy, has been locked up for the allegations that uh, have been brought against him. He's been brought up since April. I mean, he's been locked up since April. And he has recently filed for another bond hearing. And based on, um, I guess, what he's saying is, I guess, new evidence or something, new situation that makes him supposedly eligible for a bond hearing, and for the conditions for him to make bond is one, he can't be a flight risk. Two, he has to have an address to go to, and three, he has to not make or not have tried to make any contact with the person that's bringing charges against them, um, or the victim. Period. Um, and we know that he failed all three of them. Well, to add sugar to shit I eat this trash talk. So that's what we talk. So to add sugar to ish, um, ex uh, uh, sergeant at arms, his main man, uh, has since left the camp, and now that he has had a new lease on life, and has a change of heart, and denounces the group and any dealings with Bishop. He's also stating that he's not eligible for bond because he doesn't meet the criteria. Hang on one second. Okay, so he says that he not only is he not eligible. I mean, doesn't meet the credentials. Get this all the credentials for. I mean, the conditions. But Aaron, formerly known as True, says that he is a flight risk and that he does not have anywhere to go. He don't have an address to be bonded to. And finally, he's already tried to contact the victim. And he's been seen on video giving instructions to Courtney, aka Solar, to tell him to contact the victim to get her to drop the charges. Well, here's another thing about that. She's not, whether she dropped the charges or not, can't nothing be done because the state picked the charges up. Y'all know that once the state pick up the charges, ain't nothing nobody could do because that now means that the state is prosecuting you, not the victim. So that means that the state must have more than enough evidence to prove their case, according to them. Because we know that when situations like this arise, that the state has the burden of proof, which means they have to prove beyond or doubt that you committed this crime. So that burden is upon them. Your only responsibility as the perpetrator, the defendant, is to prove that you didn't do it, that you didn't do these things that you are accused for. So, what he is hoping, to be honest, is that he is on bond and he don't flee the country. Boom. He ain't gonna go back. Everybody knows that. He sat there when he got the first sheet of paper saying that she was gonna press charges on him for the revenge releases, we'll put it like that. He sat there with the paper and balled it up, whatever. It's like, I'll show you what I'm this. Like, he pretty much pissed on. Like, gave him his butt this. Like, I ain't going to this. I ain't even gonna go. So when he said that he wasn't gonna go to that didn't do anything but prove their case that if he was released on bond, he's not trustworthy to come back. So that's one part. Now, since Aaron and Kendra have been free, and when I say freed, I don't mean like they were in captivity or anything, but I'm talking about this mental freedom or freedom from this cult or cult way of thinking. Uh, they've been having uh, lives and they're talking about their experiences with the cult and how things went along the way. So what's happening is they're taking questions from the viewers and they're pretty much selecting the ones that they want to answer. And they're giving the answers to those questions and they're being pretty frank and what appears to be honest and open about the situations that happen. Now, this is the part that gets even more uh, that gets even deeper or like some of the stuff is like you know how you know something but you just can't do the kind of thing. So this is a situation where pretty much everybody knew some of the stuff that was going on there, but because we were actually there, we couldn't say, "Oh yeah, I saw it for myself," kind of thing. So basically, one of those things was the way he was beaten on film. So at first, people were denying it, saying, "Oh, ain't nobody her. She just lying. She wanted to be there. She wanted this. She wanted that. Blah blah blah." But the truth of the matter is, she said Velvet had stated at one time that everybody surrounded her and put a circle around um, while he beat her. in the middle of that circle. They were out in the park, I think for the 4th of July. And she said or done something that he didn't agree with. He told everybody to circle in, and he commenced to whooping her tail. And they said that basically it wasn't, they didn't uh enclose her in this circle to like join in on her or anything, but they did it basically so she couldn't get away. So they closed her in to make sure that she couldn't get away or did nobody see what's really going on around in that circle. But then the other thing was, Kendra said that she out of because she was so caught up at the time. She was so matized, whether it was digmatized or trigmatized or whatever it was. She was so matized by this dude that the only thing she could tell Velvet when she was giving and she was crying in that was, "You are so strong. You are so strong." And basically, they were like telling her or convincing her that the beating that she was taking was for everyone in the world because this was her calling and this and the other. So they was telling her that the beatings and whoopings that she was taking was for all the black women in the world. She was their queen and she was their goddess and she was, oh my God, all this, that and the other. So all of the stripes that she was bearing was for the world. Basically, you know, to try to justify that what he was doing to her was right. So with that being said, it was like because everybody, other people asked, well, why didn't anybody else do anything? But and what Aaron said was that at that particular time, the men thought, well, hey, this is the way you're supposed to handle your, he's supposed to take care of you and provide for this, that, and the other. But this is the way that he was supposed to handle. This is how he keeps the mind. This, that, and the third. And so he said, and him and providing all of the things that he provided, all of the shopping sprees and all this, that, and the other, all of those things were basically to bait you in. So for instance, when a new person came, um, they would lay out the red carpet, they would have them bake you the fattest meal, they could give you so much food that you would sit like trying to eat it all. Um, take you and buy you a new outfit and bathe you with rose petals and all this other kind of stuff, and they would give you wine and wait on you hand and foot and all this, and you think, yeah, this is the life. And you wake up expecting this every day. But after the next couple of days, reality set in and you say, okay, well, you like that. You like the way you enjoy. Okay, get on your knees and this is how you supposed to feel. Now, this is how this goes. You don't get it from just um, by being here or just because you my wife or whatever the case may be. This is what's gonna take to get this again or get treated like this from now on. So you gotta get with the program and do this, that, and the other. So basically what he was saying was, that was just to make you think that everything was gonna be like this always, all peachy and creamy, but it was just the overlay for the underlay. It was just a bunch of crap. That's not how it was. Are you following me?
I'm trying to.
Okay, where I lose you at? Because I don't want to go too far again.
I guess I just don't really know all the characters and
Oh
stuff,
well,
but
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, right now I'm talking about Nature Boy and Delvin or Eliana, and
Oh,
how he was beating on her, and I'm talking about Aaron and Kendra or True and what's her name, Sheba, Mama Sheba and True. They were there. That was their names. Their real names are Aaron and Kendra, and they're actual married couple for real. So now they're telling their part. They're telling their rendition of how things were when they were there, and people are asking them questions. And no, asking them questions, and they're answering the questions about how everything was when they were there and whatnot. So, hang on one second. Sorry. So, they're answering all of the questions, and these were some of the questions that they were asked. So, and you heard the part about me saying
who
that
was
when the
asking
new
the questions?
the viewers, like the people in the chat,
Okay.
like if I had people in my chat right now on Instagram, you know how they had a little question box or how the chat would roll, and people would ask different questions or whatever, and
So
they
who Instagram they be on?
huh
Whose Instagram they
on
be on?
their Instagram. I'll send that to you on it in the thing. I'll send that stuff. But they'll be on their Instagram. And yeah, that's where you see it at on either one of theirs. You didn't do what I told you to do. Oh, hang on, y'all. I'm sorry, my kids don't understand the gist of what being online. But so yeah,
You, you need to take that highlight off that StreamYard message.
oh girl, here come all all right here. There we go. You gotta tell me that I gotta go back. In Jesus' name, thank you, Father God. So anyway, so yeah, Kendra was telling how um how he would lay out the red carpet for new women that would come to join the call or whatever. So these women would think that, oh yeah, this is gonna be beautiful. We get look how he's treating us. He's giving us all this wonderful food and care and this, that, and the other, uh and then excuse me. And then when he comes back, when they come back or get down to it, after those couple of new days was over and they got introduced to everybody, this, that, and the other, the truth behind everything was that it would never happen like that for them again. You know, after that, it was like he would tell them, if you want to have this kind of life here, you're gonna have to earn it by doing whatever I tell you to do. So you're gonna have to work for it. It don't come this easy no more. You're gonna have to pay for it, earn it, and then that's where the beatings and the way they hand and foot on him, and kissing his foot and all that kind of stuff comes in. He makes them, you know, become their slaves to him. You know what I'm saying? They have to bow down and serve him, and that's what they're there for. So it's that's when the reality sets in, and then a lot of them are like, oh, this is not what I thought. But he begins to condition it on them before they get there by getting them to change the way that they eat, um, to separate themselves from their families, to stop talking to the people that will have any influence over them, like best friends and family and this, that, and the other. You know, a lot of different things. You know, take all the weave off, no makeup on, um, just everything that they would do in their normal lives to beautify themselves or whatever. He would break them down, and then he would reprogram them to think the way that he wanted. He would tell them what to listen to, learn the sciences, learn the knowledge, go to his base, learn all of this, that, and the third. I mean, he would just precondition them to have them program the way he wanted to. The best way I could probably tell you guys um, would be, you remember the movie Get Out? Y'all remember the movie Get Out?
Yep, I remember it.
Okay, so do you remember when the girl first got him in the house, when he first uh, was taken, and then they put him in the room in the dungeon. I'm gonna call it a dungeon. In the room in the dungeon, and then they um, made him listen to the same thing over and over and over again. They wouldn't allow him to sleep or anything else, and then with the hypnotics, he attributes the stirring of the teacup to falling into the sunken place and being programmed. Pretty much, he was doing that. It's that same concept, and that's really how things are going. It's like when you are deprived of sleep, food, and you are manipulated. Some of your manipulation comes from you begin to agree just to make things easier, just to make it stop. So yeah. I know. Oh yeah, you don't mean it for real. Yes, I do. No, sorry. You don't need. Well, prove it to me. And you drop down and you kiss his feet or whatever the case may be. Or when you have been awake for so long, you've been awake for days at a time, and every time you get tired of, and your body is sleepy and tired and begins to shut down, you begin to, you know, you begin to get weak, and your mind starts playing tricks on you. So it starts you to go into this form of psychosis, so to speak. So it's like at that particular point, you begin to think whatever, and that's when the program sets in. Just like if you go without sleep for 3 hours straight, technically you are legally drunk. You're determined to be legally drunk because you're going without sleep, and it's equivalent to drinking and blowing drunk on the what do they call the machine? I can't think of it right now. But when the breathalyzer machine, it's equivalent to registering as intoxicated on that machine because you're not functioning. You can't walk right. Your speech is slurred. Your thinking capacity is everything is off. Your equilibrium is off. So that's how they begin to program. But he used those same tactics. He would sometimes they said that some of his not lives, some of his lectures and teachings and whatever talks would last as much as 8 hours. And they said they remember that one one of them went from that night until the sun came up the next day, and then it went on and it continued to go on. So he actually spoke from 8 hours from one day into the next day. And then after that, the sun was up. Hey, well, y'all, it's up. The sun up now. Y'all might as well stay up and go on. Come on, get the house together. Start cleaning, start working, start doing this, start doing that. And not only that, he was depriving them of food. They were actually eating a solar noon meal, which is one meal a day at noon. And it was a B6 diet, which all they were eating was like fruits, vegetables, lentils, beans. No meat, no protein, no none of that. No carbs, none of that. So they were being deprived of nutrition. And then what little nutrients, what little food that they did get was so low in nutrition, they all began to lose extreme amount of weight. And they all began to get sick in one way or the other, or mentally ill. So at that point, it's like that was another form of manipulation. And they said that people began to, like, they began to fight over food. Like they were actually hiding snacks. Some of this stuff is really sad. She said they began to hide snacks and like stuff would be in there like with your name on it, your eggs or this, that, and the other. And if somebody was like, why you cooking somebody my eggs? And they were like, they were telling on each other to either gain favor with him, okay, to either gain favor with him or to keep from being the one that got in trouble and didn't tell that somebody was doing something wrong or that type of thing. So they found themselves to try to, everybody was telling. And get this, they said sometimes their only snacks would be peanuts. Mm. So they found themselves hiding peanuts. They found themselves hiding peanuts, rolling them up and hiding them, wrapping them up in something and hiding them for later. And snacks is anything that they had an excessive amount of, they would sneak and hide it and put it away so that for later on, because they knew that at some point they were going to be so hungry that they just wanted anything to eat. This is sad how he did those kids. So that right there became an issue. And then it got to the point to where people start talking about him so bad and tell them, we see everybody's bones, because that's when we start saying, y'all look sick, y'all look like skin and bones. People in the chat were like, this was a couple of years ago. And it wasn't until then that he started allowing them to eat some kind of meat, some type of protein, some type of something. Then she also confessed that none of them had prenatal care. All of the women who had babies while they were over there, none of them had any type. prenatal care. None of them. They had never seen a doctor. Not one. So when they actually got to the doctor, got to the hospital to have their children, that was the first time they had any encounters with the physician. So when Zoka, whose real name is Jayon, and Courtney, Solar, whose real name is Courtney, went to have their baby, he dropped them off and came on back home because he didn't want her to have no baby by Courtney anyway. And that's her real husband. Now, mind you, when they went to California, they went to Vegas, and some of the couples got married. Eligio and Velvet got married. Courtney and Jayon got married. Kendra and Aaron got married, or True and Sheba and True got married. I'm not guessing that. I think baby girl have left by the end, so pretty sure and they get married. But by the time they did all that, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. So when they got married, the reason why he wanted them to get married was so that um hold on y'all. Trying to see. Trying to see what there's a message. Can't get to it. But the reason why he had them do that was because he wanted them to get not be able to testify against each other. He felt like that was a way to keep them all quiet, get the women be happy and keep them faithful and keep them quiet. But get this, Jayon was 6 months pregnant, about around 6 months pregnant. And they were in California. He made this girl take 6 or 7 tequila shots back to back while she was 6 months pregnant. He wanted to make her miscarry. And then he turned around. She just got married to Courtney. She just got married to her husband. He made her not only did he make her take those tequila shots, but he took her from her husband and went on to have relations with her. And he did it in a very rough and aggressive way. And she was 6 months pregnant by another man. Go figure. Not only that, he called the baby a demon. And he said some other ungodly, inhumane things. And when she went into labor, it was time for her to have her baby. When she went to the hospital, he drove and just dropped them off and left. The next day, when they went to go pick her and Solar, aka Courtney, up, she came out the hospital with her head down. Nobody really knew what was going on, but he knew. This girl was crying and upset because she left the hospital after giving birth to a stillborn. It was said that the baby died from fetal alcohol poisoning after he forced her. to take in alcohol, 6 tequila shots. And then right after that, had aggressive relations with her while she was in her 6 months. 6 months. That wasn't it. While they were on live, he told her, and the live, the T probably still has his live. While they were online, he told her, all right, that's enough of that. You've been grieving long enough. It's been 3 days. Get over it. It's time to move on. And if I'm not mistaken, he slapped her. And that was that lie when you see Aya on one side of her, and I think Malia on the other side of her. Or it might have been Sheba or Kendra swaying, walking with her singing, and she's crying while they swaying with her left to right, singing this song. And that was supposed to be her memorial to her daughter that she just lost. And after that, he told her that was it, no more crying, get over. She wasn't allowed to grieve the loss of her newborn child that she carried for 9 months and that he actually killed, to be honest with you. She wasn't even allowed to grieve that baby. And you talk about being inhumane, you talk about somebody who has no care. And I am wondering why that hasn't been picked up. Why the prosecution did not bring charges on him for causing for taking the life of that baby. That was his fault. He showed no care, no concern. And then he said, I told you the baby was a demon. And he got her talking. She cracked. After that, she been talking sideways and crazy since then. The child is broke. Not broken, she's broke. She's had a nervous breakdown. And he sat back and went on about his life. And then after he caused her to lose her baby, he sent her back with her husband after that. It wasn't until not long before he got locked up that he put her back with him. And that's only because he knows that if he say slap her, that she was game enough to do it and to tell people off for him. She that body, I get with you because he told me to kind of person. And it's just sad. Then they talked about Malia. How Malia was sick. Malia was so sick, she was visibly dying. You could see it on camera. That girl was so doggone sick. They went on a trail walk while they were in, I believe they were in Puerto Rico. And they went on a trail. Malia was so thin. She wasn't even 100 pounds. She was so thin, you could see her bones down the center of her chest. She was so sick and so thin she couldn't keep up. Her breaths were short. And she was trying because he kept staying on her. We falling behind because of Malia. Somebody help her. Do you want me to pick you up? Do you need my shoes? Do you need to do this? And he kept on and she tried it. She finally made it. He said, okay, let's go back. She was like, I need a minute. And that child was so sick. She was passing out everything. And then when she got back, everybody started saying Malia looked like an old woman. If you look at Malia, Malia looks like she's my age. I'm 56 years old. Malia is 23 years old. When he treated her the way he treated her so bad. Then he turned around and told her, look at you. Why you sitting up here looking like that? You got people thinking I'm killing you or something. You got people think I'm treating you or mistreating you. Why you sitting up here looking? She was like, I'm not trying to do anything. She was sick. When you sick, how can you look any other way but sick? The girl was sick, dying, looking poor in the face, lips dry. She was dehydrated. You could tell. Passing out everything. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, they said the girl passed out in the kitchen on the floor. It's like he said, she all right, she don't need nothing. She just overdoing it, just fake it. And they talked about how he beat her, he kicked her in her stomach while she was laying on the floor. He kicked her with his foot. And he got on camera, he talked about it, he said, look at you, you stink. You smell like death. I mean, she stank. He started laughing online, making fun of her, laughing, telling about how she smelled her body odor, her breath, and this, that, and the other. But the girl was actually literally dying. She went to, he finally decided, whatever you need. So he made them book her a ticket to send her to New Orleans. When she got on to New Orleans, the girl was so sick, she was supposed to be in hospice care. Listen to me, y'all. This Joker, Kendra said how he bragged on his live, how when he went to go to New Orleans to see her, how he had sex with her on her deathbed. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me?
Mm-hmm.
He had sex with her on her deathbed. And he bragged about it. He laughed about it. He called her family members hood rats. Called them all kind of names. Women are intelligent women, and they care about their love. And he came. Once she got well enough to leave, he came like a thief in the night and took her out the hospital. Took her right back to Puerto Rico. Played like he loved her so much. And you know why? Because he didn't want to reveal the truth about how sick this girl really is. That child is sick, and he cared nothing about. When she cried because she missed her son, he beat her. When she cried because she didn't want to be with him, she wanted to be with Armand. She wanted to be with Christ. He beat her because he didn't want to be with him. He beat her. She didn't want to be with him. She wanted to be with somebody that knew how to treat her. And he got mad. And he beat her. See, whenever he can't get something he wants, whenever people don't see him like he wants them to see him, that's what he does. He uses his fists. And see, not only did he beat the women, he beat the men too. And guess what? They allowed. They allowed this man, these grown men, allowed this man to slap and hit on them. They allow him to do this to them. Can you imagine being put in a corner as grown as you are by somebody that ain't much older than you? And he telling you to go in the corner and putting you in this corner and not feeding you for days. And if somebody sneak food to you or try to feed you, they join you in the closet or in the corner. I mean, literally putting people in closets and corners, y'all. Seriously. What kind of Cincinnati is that? It's crazy. This is the stuff they were talking about. Their experiences. Now this is nothing new. It's not nothing that nobody knew was already going on. Everybody already knew the stuff going on. But we weren't there so we could say, I saw it. They were. They were actually there. They were actually there. So they knew what other people didn't know. They could see what other people couldn't see. But it really broke my heart when that girl said, sometimes we wouldn't have anything but peanuts. And we had to wrap some up for later and hide. We were fighting over food. And she said, meanwhile, he's got this cabinet of snacks, cookies, and everything. I remember one live when the baby was on there and the baby asked for a Pop-Tart. And his daddy was about to cut into her for asking for a Pop-Tart. And Nature Boy told him he can have one. What do you want, a Pop-Tart? Yeah, let him have one. Let him have one. He can have one. He's like, man, you better be lucky. You better be lucky. Chief said, yeah. You gonna beat that child, a 1-2-year-old kid for wanting something that 1 or 2-year-old kids want. They gonna see, if they see it, they gonna want it, whether they really want to eat it or not. Because they don't know how to stop asking. And for most of us, we don't know how to say no. Anybody got any questions for me real quick?
Oh Lord, you just said a mouthful. I just want to know: are they testifying in court?
That was a good question. From
I
what
mean,
he
all this
said,
revelation that they doing is they
right,
testifying in court?
right. From what he said, I believe he said that at this point in his life, he said at one point he would have said no, but at this point in his life, if they call him to testify, yes. And I don't think we have seen everything. I think that they are still working behind the scenes, and I think more against him is growing. I think they're trying to face, they got other rabbits in their hat. You understand what I'm saying? They have other proverbial rams in the bush, for lack of a better word. Because just in case if this fall through and they don't get a prosecution, oh, they're gonna pop out with this and then this, or they're gonna wait till they get a conviction and then come back with some other stuff. Because babe, there's a whole list of things he could be charged with. A whole list of things, including the government part, the fraud, the PPP loans, all that kind of stuff. racketeering, all of that. Because that was a criminal enterprise. Right. And he used manipulation and fear, intimidation, all of that. So I believe they will test. But what I will do is I'm gonna pause this, and we'll have to come back. I told you this is a long one. We'll have to pause it and come back and make it a part 2.
All right.
Because I know the hour is late, but honey, it gets deeper.
I bet it
And
does. You
yeah,
keep putting that
uh,
thing on that banner on there.
mm, I was walking with it.
What you be thinking? Somebody made a comment or something?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said you must be thinking somebody made a comment or something and be highlighting it.
No, my thumb hit it. Mm,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's the only reason why it's on there in the first place. I'm holding this tablet in my hand, so if I switch hands, it touches the comment in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no. And then I'm not looking down at it because I was like concentrating. If I look at the chat or something, I get distracted. So a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times I don't even be looking, which is why you was on that thing in the back for so long, because I was doing other stuff and I wasn't looking at
Mm-hmm.
the screen. That was my fault. But bro, if you still hanging on there, then have any questions, let me know. If not, we are right at an hour now, and we're gonna go ahead on it and cut it short. Well, cut it off. Ain't no short. And we'll come back with part 2 later on. Oh, cause baby, there's more to tell.
All
You just
right.
got some of it. All right, and we're gonna talk tomorrow about the abortions. hmm The Kool-Aid. All right.
All right. What shit, tomorrow's Friday. What time are you going live? Because Friday Night Live is at 9.
It'll be earlier than
Okay.
yours. Probably, yeah. It'll probably be get off at work at 8:30 my time, 7:30 your time. So we probably go for a little while before you get on. And I might have to just go ahead and start and just catch the replay or something. I don't just to
Yeah, that's
not
fine.
the
You can
book.
always catch my
Yeah.
replay. You can always, yeah.
No. I'm talking about you catching mine and you just
Oh,
share it out. Or you could come in after you get off of work.
girl, shit. When I
So
get
I
off work,
could
I'll
be,
be resting. I got to work 12 hours tomorrow. So I'm going to be trying to
what is
relax before
that?
I start at 9. I'm just being honest. Yeah, because y'all be trying to have me on here till like midnight.
Like now. But
Yeah.
tomorrow's Friday. So
Yeah, I still go to work on
okay.
Saturday.
Saturday. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Girl, I'm trying to get all these
I
hours in
appreciate
before
your
Christmas, child.
I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. And I think my brother fell asleep on us.
He
So
probably did, child, because I'm telling you, boy, the way you be talking, Lord Jesus, I'll be
what
like,
happened?
child,
Hold on, well
you
let's
just got
end
this
this
way,
real quick.
this monotone. Shit, he might be asleep back there, child.
What you saying? I'm boring?
No, I said it's your tone of your voice. I didn't say it was boring. I'm saying you have this sound. This sound. Oh, never mind. Forget it. He might not be asleep, but you do though. You do got you be like. I didn't say you was boring. I said
Sound like the same
Champagne, don't
thing
be
to me.
laughing,
Yeah.
Champagne.
It sounds the same to me. Thank you very much.
You said what?
It sounds the same to me. Thank you very much.
Oh, child. I don't know why Champagne laughing.
What did I sound boring? Let
It's
me end
bro
this live.
sleep though for
Thank you all
real.
for tuning in. I love you on purpose, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. I'm gonna cut it off because I don't want them cutting me up on my own life. I love y'all. Anything y'all want to say before we go?
No.
Ooh,
Girl, your dogs got something to say though.
they get on my nerves. Okay, y'all. We'll be back on
Wow.
this same time, same station tomorrow. Love
All
y'all.
right.
Yeah.